Hello and welcome to a Halloween episode of Gaming Knuckleheads Talk, a show where only one jackass decided to get dressed up and didn't tell the others. Get it? That's what
I was about to say. You did say anything.
We have Danny with us tonight, and we've got a good list of topics. And I decided I'm putting that in the spot because you're up first with Delisting Games.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, I think recently there's been like a lot of trouble with delisting games, you know?
Particularly by Nintendo.
Yeah. Like with the Mario, what was it, 35 they did? And,
Yeah.
And the Super Mario
99 finally go down too? Didn't Tetris 99 finally go down too?
No, that's still up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't think it has some licenses by Nintendo, but it's not completely licensed by Nintendo because the Tetris company, they still own it.
Much to Miyamoto's dismay that he can't take every single older game down. Mm-hmm. My going theory, and it's only half a theory because they do stuff with classic titles to begin with. There's a whole lecture about licensing fees and how they work. But let's face it, Nintendo hates video game preservation. That's not an opinion; that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play the old stuff. Play the new stuff. I want to play both.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's illegal, said Nintendo.
To the man who owns old stuff that was legally purchased, legally played on a system with no hacking of any kind, and it's still illegal according to Nintendo because it's not a new game. Trust me, if Miyamoto had his way, it would be illegal to own old hardware, like flat out. What are your thoughts on games being delisted?
Delisted.
Taken down. You can't access them anymore. They don't come to a new system.
To put it simply, it's quite unfair. All these games, they were made for one purpose, and that's to entertain. And how now they're supposed to be entertained that they can't be, spread or delisted.
Now, here's one that's always gotten me that I could never figure out. So, counting upon, I don't know, prior to Super Nintendo Online, but why don't we ever get Tetris Attack? It's the same game with a Yoshi-themed skin, and it's made by Intelligent Systems, and last I checked, unless Fire Emblem is a third-party creation, Intelligent Systems is not a third-party company. They're second-party owned by Nintendo. So why only give us a Japanese version of the game? Why not give both the Game Boy, original Game Boy release and the...
Probably because they don't own rights to the name.
What?
Probably because they don't own rights to the name.
Well, that was their dumbass decision to not name it something like Yoshi Puzzle League.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask because I think I know the answer. Who owns the rights to the game? Name Tetris? Please don't say EA.
Tetris Company.
Definitely not.
Oh, good. I mean, Tetris Company still works on products, and they work with Nintendo. I mean, Puyo Puyo Tetris. You think they would be nice and help out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're just really about closely guarding their properties too.
Yeah, but delisting games. I mean, it's a problem because preservation is important. And the best way to preserve, when you take down an older shop front, try to carry everything over to the new shop front. Does an Xbox do that?
Come on.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Because like with like rights holds and like licensing fees, that's a monetary issue. It's like, why is Nintendo gonna renew a license to a game for like the NES that didn't sell, that nobody cared about?
Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like, so I can understand some games being harder to preserve unless the companies that own the licenses
Mhm.
want to figure out a financially beneficial way for everybody to get what they want without worrying about not making sales off the game.
Or sometimes those companies don't even exist anymore. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's in
But-
licensing hell.
Yeah, but when the company doesn't exist anymore, that usually means that it was either dissolved or bought out by another company. So what
Yeah.
happens to the games when the other company buys the old company?
Well, I mean, assuming that they do in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, Halo was formerly made by formerly created by Bungie, but then they got changed to a different gaming name. But the game being so popular, kept being made.
Was this before or after Destiny?
That is a very good question.
Because I know Bungie still appears. Hold on,
Bungie.
Hold on, I'm petting Danny's pussy.
I don't know if Bungie still exists or anything, or
They do.
There's a tail in your face.
Bungie still exists.
Yeah.
I forget the
Microsoft bought them.
company, that I'm trying to think about that now owns Halo.
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
343 Industries.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking of.
I knew that was going to happen.
Mhm. But yeah, that's relevant to what we're talking about. Although they're under a different name, Halo was still being made. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with the franchise now. They haven't come out with a game since 5.
Look at it this way. At least they're not making Halo Survival. Konami.
There's Halo Infinite.
There's Halo
Yeah.
Infinite, and then there's like a Command and Conquer type Halo game.
Yeah, but bear in mind, I don't think that Halo Infinite is as bad as Metal Gear Survive. Hey,
Halo
wanna be a
Infinite
part of
is
this
basically Halo Infinite is
Wanna be
just
a part of the
mostly
show?
like Halo Infinite's more of like a free sort of pseudo free roam like Halo in a way. Like
Yeah.
it's in one location and you go to fight in different areas.
Yeah,
I mean, you got some skeptics that don't really like the open world roaming that the new Halo provides. They like the more traditional follow along the storyline sort of thing.
Wait, I got something for this. Do you guys not own phones? You never heard that?
Mm-mm.
When Diablo, a mobile game for Diablo was announced. It was announced, wasn't it like announced free with microtransactions or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, when Immortal was announced, somebody at the Q&A session just came up and said, this is some sort of out-of-season April Fool's prank, right? You wouldn't do your customers dirty like that, right? And I kid you not, the Blizzard representative's response was, do you guys not own phones?
I got a phone. I'm a bit of a fan of the Diablo series, but
Call it a hard yes.
there's also
Tigger, you can't go in there because there's 2 cats in there who want to kick your ass if you go in there.
I'm also not sure if this is also relevant, but Ubisoft is partnering with Microsoft to put their game up, most of their games up on the Xbox Game Pass library.
No Mario and Rabbids for you.
Huh?
No Mario and Rabbids for you.
No, I guess not. I guess I'll have to suffer.
Well, you said you were going to get a Switch one day, so you know.
Yeah, I did.
One day. Probably not very soon. Lol. All right, any more talk about delisting games and company jackassery, or shall we move on?
We can move on. I mean, there wasn't really much to talk about because, it's just, there's not a whole lot of current delisting going on. It's just,
Hey,
but
I
I'm
mean,
sure
you pick
there.
the topic, you don't pick the length. You know, it goes on for
Yeah.
as long as it does. And
Yeah.
we can make a topic go on.
Mhm.
Yeah. So next up, we get to take a bunch of pot shots at Sony.
Mhm.
Cross-platform gaming. Now, I'm just going to come out and say it. Sony plays the lying game very well. We don't do cross-platform because we don't want people to play on our competitor systems. Excuse me, how is a gaming computer not a competitive system? If you buy a computer, custom built, $1,200, why the hell are you going to buy a PlayStation? So they technically do allow cross-platform with a competitor, simply because a PC qualifies as a competitor when stuff that comes to the PlayStation also comes to the PC.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just know that Xbox, like Microsoft, they really allow a lot of cross-platform. But yeah, like you said, Sony,
Yeah. You saw that commercial when Minecraft came to the Switch, right?
yeah.
Oh boy, I bet Sony was curled up under the blanket crying after that.
Mhm.
Look, this one is playing on an Xbox. This one is playing on a Switch. They're playing games together. Can you do that, Sony?
Mhm. I think it really
I
depends on
think
the game.
Tigger wanted to weigh in just there.
It really depends on the game, though, sometimes, because like Street Fighter 6, that one is cross-platform for every system that it's on, which is PC, uh, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not to mention, like the fact that, like, I can understand why some people wouldn't want certain games cross-platform, like with Nintendo, because, like, I'm just gonna come out and say it because I don't think it's ever gonna turn into a full-blown topic.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you look at side-by-side compare, like, put Borderlands up on your Xbox, and then put Borderlands up on your Switch, do a side-by-side comparison. Yeah, you can see the frame rate drops, but is the game unplayable? Do the controls stop working? Is there so much lag that the enemies kill you with unfair advantage? So people saying that the game is unplayable due to you can't even see a frame rate drop on the Switch unless you've seen the game run on another system. You know, the game is fully functional, fully playable. So quit your whining. Yeah, it's like, so I can understand, like, but like when it comes to like cross-platform, I can understand there might be a teensy little bit of multiplayer lag there. So I could see why some games that come to like Nintendo that are also on the more powerhouses might not be the best for cross-platform play, only because if a teeny little bit of lag in like a online multiplayer match could potentially mess everything up.
Yeah, I mean, for certain genres like fighters and shooters, the teeny little lag makes a whole lot of difference. Because if you mess up a move or something, you could be screwed up.
Yeah. And Nintendo is pretty much like, well, I don't even know what Furukawa or Bowser's take on the situation is, but Reggie's take was, well, we don't care about technology because we want our games to be fun. Pretty sure hardware and software are two different things. Yeah, it's like you can make a game fun and still make a more powerful system to allow third-party stuff to run better. Like, I love Nintendo. I enjoy playing on my Switch,
Mhm.
but I can understand the complaints that they need to start upping the hardware to be more powerful,
Mhm.
especially if they're going to keep up the cross-platforming partnership with Microsoft and third parties.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. But what do you guys think is a good example of cross-platform gaming? Where does it work?
Well, I'll give it to Brent because we haven't put him on the spot yet.
Oops. You're in the hot seat, Brent. We ain't going broke, Mario. We're already there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know what to do in this situation.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh, run like a little bitch.
No, duck out like a little bitch. No, but anyways,
Look out like a bitch.
but anyways, back to the plot. See, in terms of cross-platforming, I think cross-platforming works best when it's for, say, games that like are more specifically like, say, usually most of the ones I see are ones that are released for PC. And let's say there's hypothetically someone who can't afford, say, the highest graded PC to run that game, but they do have a console.
Right.
And you can make cross-platforming working for that, so that one, they can play the game. Like that's sort of what I kind of did with like Warframe when it first came out,
Right.
for like the Xbox. And also, depending on how it works, because there's two different ways I see of cross-platforming. There's just having like the game on multiple systems, and then there's actual interaction across different systems.
Right.
And personally, I think if you're going to go for cross-platforming, unless it's a game that's single player, of course, you should definitely try to like bridge that into there. I know companies probably don't want to do that, but it brings more people to you. So
Yeah. I also love like the Sony Defenders, but it's a threat to Sony's financials if you don't go out and buy a PlayStation to get your games. But if the game is coming to a console that I own, why am I going to spend $700 just to play that game? Yeah. Speaking of games that are cross-platformed, regardless of whether there is multiplayer, I really want to get those Jack and Sally skins in Rocket League, but I don't think I would be able to get them before time runs out. I'm still getting good at the game. I wish I'd never read that news article. I want my Jack Skellington vehicle.
And I think that cross-platform though is, really important in this day and age because, lots of people just have, various ways of they want to connect to their friends, and sometimes they just, like you said, they can't afford the greatest system just yet, or a huge or a great PC or something, and
I know.
Like there's a couple of games that's well known that's cross-platform that works on PC and console. One of which I'm playing right now, Star Trek Online. It was primarily made for PC, but it was such a success they decided to move it over to console. I think it's just for I think it's just for Xbox. I'm not sure if they made it available for PlayStation, but there's really no difference in frame rate. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Controls are a little different. It's obviously the PC you're using keys, but on a console you can use you're using the actual controller.
Hey Mario, live long and prosper. Yeah, he does it better. She does it better.
Ow,
ow, ow. Wait, I got it like Luigi. Ow, 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 ow.
There's that, and then there's the ever so popular Sims franchise.
Which is
Yeah.
free to play now.
It's absolutely it's been free to play.
I know.
You can play the base game, but if you want more added to it, you'd have to.
I remember when a friend of mine on Discord told me she was looking forward to it being free to play. Then there was an update error with the game, and she almost had to reinstall the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds like a problem with a lot of free-to-play games.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Well, so far I haven't had any problems with either game that I have now. So
That's good.
And then, of course, there's that dreaded swear word that one should never, ever say when it comes to free-to-play games. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an M.
Monotonization.
Try again.
Aha!
So what's the word?
I know. I'm just waiting to see if Matt figures it out.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Microtransactions.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant by
That should be
monotonization.
bleep. Is there a
That's
sense
what I
of
meant.
listening? There's gotta be.
We're live, and I don't know if there is. I mean, there's like a music tab right here, but down-tempo, chill, lounge.
That's what I meant by monotonization.
I'm not hearing any music. And I pressed the button.
Anyway.
Maybe it can only be heard on their end.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go into YouTube on my phone and check a thing. Brent, don't tell me that this is going off the rails.
No, it is.
Yeah, that's like every week. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, no, there's another certain spectator that you should ask.
Yeah, that's Hold on. Every week. Hold on. To the show.
Yeah, no, there's another certain spectator that you should ask.
Yeah, hold on. Every week. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, no, there's another certain spectator that you should ask. Yeah, hold on.
Okay, I'm playing around. I don't think we're gonna get music on here.
Mm-mm.
I'm playing around. I don't think we're gonna get music on here. Well, I tried. Can't play music. Can't put in the live sensor beep. Hello, Mittens. Mittens is not amused. No. Come here. Oh, she's purring. Oh, she's a purring. Anyway, so now that we figured that, I wonder what this crown thing means. Oh, upgrade.
Press upgrade.
$19.99 a month.
Would you want to pay that M word?
That's more of a subscription fee. And hey, at least we're learning not to swear on camera. Microtransactions.
I don't slap you.
Do not take me amiss as I slap you silly. Any more on cross-platforming, or shall we sally forth?
Well, I say let's go to the next topic.
Brent, next-gen consoles. What do you want to see?
Okay, well, before I do talk about that, this is more like not just what we want to see, but also what we think could happen in times going on.
I want the Dr. Evil of Mario right here.
Yes, you are.
Look what you've done to Miss Mittens.
She's not used.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mittens.
Case point.
Okay, well, I mostly wanted to leave this more open towards you guys, but personally, one thing that I think might happen, like, in maybe not this coming gen, but in future gens, I do think maybe somewhere down the line, both Microsoft and Sony might try their head at try making a Switch. Maybe not exactly a Switch, but something in a way where it's like you can play it on the go in a way.
You mean like the Steam Deck?
At Sony's headquarters, okay, boys, the Switch is a major seller. How do we knock Nintendo down again? Do we rip them off like we always do?
Wait a minute. I think I've seen that somewhere.
Well, I know that PlayStation thing that's coming out, it's more of like a Wii U gamepad type deal than a Switch. Because you still got to be in the building to connect to your PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's like referring to that per se. Like, that's more to the Wii U. I'm referring more to like them creating a way where it's like you could have the console and somehow take that, or at least the parts that, like, mostly run the console and take it on the go.
You mean like the Steam Deck?
Yeah.
Kinda.
And it's like, okay, like, I'm just going to say it, like, with the leaked Microsoft emails, they're talking about the possibility of a handheld device in their roadmap. Let's be honest. Nintendo showed that hybridization is the way to go for the future, even if they don't make a Switch 2 and they just do something completely different that just happens to be backwards compatible with the Switch games, Like, if Sony and Microsoft are going to go for like, if Sony's going to try their hand at a handheld device again, and if Microsoft's going to dip their toes in the water, I say go for the hybridization element,
Well, you can do that with the Steam Deck too.
Yeah.
Most people don't seem to know that.
Nintendo made the Switch. Valve made the Steam Deck. Hybridization is the future. Now, what Nintendo really needs to do is finally nut up and make virtual reality with a fucking head strap.
They tried that once and failed.
Oh, really? What was it?
Oculus.
Nintendo did the Oculus?
Oh, Nintendo?
No.
I played the HTC Vive back in the Wii U 3DS days, and that headset worked perfectly fine.
I was more making a joke to that one system they had, that big fucking thing that you put over your eyes.
Virtual Boy never came with a head strap. Never.
That's what I'm saying. They tried and failed.
And then what did they do with Nintendo Labo? They made a cardboard Virtual Boy, basically.
Yep, pretty much.
But I mean, Virtual Boy just didn't have they tried something new, but the technology just wasn't there at that time.
Yeah. So, Mr. Miyamoto, we need to make a VR system. What do you think we should do? Anyone who wants to chime in posing as Miyamoto?
Please, you do it so much better. Go for it.
Well, it should not have a head strap. I just don't get what those other companies are doing. Are they mad?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Furukawa chimes in. I think it should have a head strap. It'll sell better. Everybody, what do you know? You're just a puppet.
I was about to say, no, it's like that one meme where it's like, you got all these people basically kissing the ass of the guy who's going there. One throwing out an idea, just an actual legit idea, just like this. Smash cuts to the guy, smash the air guy, smash cuts to the guy getting thrown out the window as it breaks to 1,000 pieces.
Yep. What if we cut out Charizard?
What is wrong with you?
I mean, look, Bulbasaur and Squirtle are coming back in the Indigo Disc, but it's like, oh, we're gonna put Charizard in every single game, even if it doesn't need to be there. I give Pikachu a pass only because it's the mascot.
Hey, seriously, Pokemon won't be Pokemon without Pikachu. Shoot.
Mm-hmm. Charizard is my favorite Pikachu.
It's one big Pikachu.
I will say in terms of new consoles, for the Switch, or rather for Nintendo's next gen, I should say. I honestly hope the rumors of a Switch 2 are true. Not just because of the rumors of what sort of like tech's going to be inside of it, but again, future, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to pay $300 for a brick that hooks up to my TV and then pay another $150 for a handheld that I can take anywhere when I can pay $300 and get both, even if the handheld aspect doesn't fit in my pocket?
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when I would have been like, oh yeah, new Nintendo handheld, check. New Nintendo console, check. Now that the Switch is out, I'm like, you know who's going to be to blame if the Switch 2 does not become a reality.
Not with us, Matt.
Not with us, Danny. Matt doesn't believe in the message.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does.
Are you on the first floor, Matt?
Second floor.
Okay, we can throw you out the window beam style. I'm kidding. You know, a real big kick in the pants is that we did not stop to think about what we should do on Tuesday night. We all should have bought copies of Phasmophobia and streamed it together. Oops.
Are you insane?
Ghost hunting. Okay. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like to stay in my chair, thanks. Not get forced out of my chair by jumping out of it.
So if I invite you over to stream, like say Five Nights at Freddy's, for example, I'm not allowed to get up and walk out of the room and make you play alone.
No. Especially
Want to come over on Tuesday night?
I was just imagining you doing this. Okay, Danny, I need to go pee real quick. I'll be right back. By the way, Bonnie's probably going to come and kill you in like 5 seconds, so be ready.
I still love how, like, okay, Foxy, all you do if he leaves Pirate Cove is close the door. You hear a banging sound, that's him running into the door. Bonnie is smart about it. Bonnie's like, okay, poke my head in. Okay, they haven't noticed. I can creep in. Foxy's just like, run, motherfucker!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all want to play with murderous animatronics? Y'all be my guests.
You did see my stream of Emily Wants to Play, right?
No.
Oh, I got jumped good. I was here in this apartment all alone, and I got jumped good. In fact, I don't even think I made it past the first hour of the game. Maybe I made it to at least the second hour and didn't get to the third, but, you know.
Jeez, I'd rather play Fatal Frame by myself in the dark than FNAF.
Congratulations! You've been drafted to do the next 3 Let's Plays on your own. Wow.
Okay.
Keep setting them up. I'll keep knocking them down.
So should we have like a bonus topic or anything, or?
So are you gonna call? So are you gonna call my boss? You're gonna call my boss at the car wash. Let them know why I'm not coming into work because I'm pale white, curled up on the couch.
Yeah, that was my fault. I am so sorry. Bonus topic. I got the perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching, and I gotta finish it later, a video on YouTube. A retrospective review of Super Mario Land and Super Mario Land 2. So, your 5 favorite Game Boy games. I'll start. Mario Land 2, Tetris Attack. I'm only putting it on this list because it is technically playable on the original Game Boy and Game Boy Pocket, and only Crystal is a Game Boy Color exclusive. Pokemon Gold and Silver, preferably Gold. Get my Spinarak and my Teddy Ursa. Mega Man 5, even though I was never very good at it. And who can forget Yoshi's Cookie? Besides Legend of Zelda, name 4 more.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Well, I have to say, other than Pokemon, I haven't played. My Game Boy experience doesn't go beyond that. Besides playing a little bit of Mario. So
Okay, so between red, blue, yellow, gold, and silver, what's your favorite?
gold, silver, crystal.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite nonetheless.
Mhm.
All right, so it's gold, silver, crystal. Then there's let's see, no Legend of Zelda. That sucks.
No, I said besides.
Besides, so I can
So
still add.
you got Link's Awakening or Link's Awakening DX. You got second gen Pokemon.
Okay, second gen Pokemon it is.
Like I said, it counts because gold and silver are technically playable on original Game Boy hardware.
Okay, well, I got that counts for 4. I'm still working on number 5. So, anybody else?
Yeah, I got some.
Alright.
Mario Land, the original, and Mario Land 2, and then Mega Man 5, and then Tetris Attack. So, I mean, yeah. And then Final Fantasy Legend.
Oh, yeah, that's the good shit.
And
I
then,
still have an actual cartridge of Final Fantasy Legend.
And then, let's see. I think for the 5th game, that would be, hold on a second. Maybe like what was it? Gargoyle's Quest or something? Or
Gargoyle's Quest, yeah.
yeah.
First time I tried that game was actually on the 3DS Virtual Console. Bit of a tough cookie, but it was fun from what I got around to.
Yeah. And
Right.
one final game
Yes.
that I want to add that I do like. I know that's 6, but I do like the Batman for
Adventures of Batman and Robin.
No.
Okay, Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how many Batman games were on the Game Boy.
Yeah. No, I think it was just called Batman the video game.
Like a port of the NES?
Yeah.
Huh. I will say for a 6, I got to go with DuckTales 2. Even though my cartridge doesn't like to play nice all the time. Okay, Brento.
Yeah. I always liked the Batman games for some reason. They're just fun.
They're fun.
I'll just excuse myself there. Don't mind me. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, come on.
No Game Boy love for Brent.
No.
I'm just messing. But for me, definitely be Pokemon definitely is well up in there. Definitely second gen gold and silver. I personally played more of silver than gold. That was the first one I started on. Mainly just again, as I said, silver was the one I started on, so that one's up there. Then I definitely would say Super Mario World 2 definitely is up there.
Spoiler alert, Wario is bald.
I know.
His hair is a wig glued into his hat. Now he's got even more ammunition.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Kirby.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Dreamland 2, Star Stacker, or Block Ball?
Dreamland 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yoshi's Cookie. And DuckTales, definitely.
It's pretty good.
Wow. All right, with that, that's what we're going to call it for the night. We're dressed up because we don't do the stream on Tuesdays, and Halloween is on Tuesday. So I hope everybody enjoys their Halloween. And we will see you in the next video and or live stream. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.